Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We're sure glad to see you today. John Fix and I found the final International Harvester monkey wrench we've been looking for a long time. We're going to refinish it today and show you off our collection. Let's get down to the shop and get started.
My research has shown so far that International Harvester made 4 of these adjustable wrenches in this size configuration. I've had 3 of them, and I just got the 4th. Every one just a little variation. All of them were monkey wrench type, smooth jaw. I'm sure made for working on their equipment. International Harvester equipment. This has got the nice logo on it. I can't make it out real clear now till I've cleaned it, then I'm sure it'll be better. And this has got a big defect in it. It's cracked here in the back on this lower jaw. It looks like somebody had just put a lot of pressure on it, and you can tell, and there's some huge dents in this handle. Somebody wailed away on it, banging it, trying to get something loose. And of course the wrench gave way here, so we're going to need to repair that, along with restoring this wrench to make it look nice like the other 3 that I own. So I'm going to clean this up and then bring out the whole collection and show it to you. It's an interesting thing on getting this disassembled. I can crank this down so far, but this handle's flared out and it won't fit over that. Now I'm assuming this wrench was made by installing this on here and then expanding out this handle. I might try compressing that handle to see if this whole section will come off. Sure would make cleanup a lot easier, but might be some problems with this in the long run. I'm not too sure. The other way of doing it is just clean a section at a time and move this whole lower jaw assembly up and down to get to the parts. I think I'm going to try that first to see if I can do a decent cleaning job and a repair job without compressing this handle, then opening it up again, because it could cause a cracking or breaking there. So I'll do that first. First thing is a wire brush. Okay, here's a look after a bunch of wire brushing. Got it cleaned up pretty well. Starting to see there, the logo looks a little muddy here. Looks a little better over here. But it's got the letters IE or 2E written on it. I don't know whether it was IE or 1E. Let me get that opened up here. Look at it. I can't see where they were. Here it is. Or 20, looks like 23. It's got 23 written on it, and also got 1E or IE written on it. Here it is here. IE, which I think my other ones do. But, and then the IH logo for International Harvester. So number 23 and number IE or 1E. I don't know why 2 different numbers. I'm going to look at the other wrenches to see how they're identified. And, but I'm going to have to do some sanding on it, and I'm going to have to do some filling here with JB Weld. So I'll do that next before I sand. To prep for the JB Weld, I put some masking tape down under here, because I certainly don't want to bond this to the part underneath, and the crack goes all the way through, if you can see. And also did a lot of cleaning. May not look like a lot, but I sold adhesives for many, many, many years. And the biggest enemy is dirt and dust. You need to have your surfaces completely clean, so I used my 93% isopropyl alcohol to clean it. You can use other things, but this evaporates and dries, so you've got a clean, dry surface underneath. So I'm going to fill that with JB Weld, and then after it's hardened, I will sand it down. This repair, I used this repair on that huge wrench of mine that I sent to Scout Crafter to run through the dake, and he put it through his paces, really worked it over in the dake, and it survived. It made us both a big believer in the JB Weld. It's a very, very strong bond. And if you're not familiar with this JB Weld product, I know there's a two-part epoxy, but this is called Steel Stick. And it's a reinforced epoxy putty, and it's a two-part. You can see from the dark and the light. So you cut off a piece, and you knead it just over and over and over again until it turns a solid color, and that's what you use for the repair. Well, take you back to the beginning. This is what this wrench looked like when I got it. A lot of little pitting, some corrosion, not much. It was really in fairly decent shape. Structurally, it was sound, but except for the one back part I needed to repair on the back here of the lower jaw, and that was completely cracked about quite a ways down the part here. So we got a repair done on that, and we went to work restoring it. And here's what I did to finish the wrench. Just completely gave it a satin finish all over. Didn't go the super shiny, but I was able to repair the back here, and you can see some little outline of it here, but I went ahead and colored that in with a silver color where I had filled in because it was showing through with a dark gray, almost black pad, area in there that I filled. So doesn't look too bad. In fact, it'll work with the 3-foot rule. You'd hardly notice it. Plus, structurally, it's sound again. It's together, and cosmetically, it looks a lot better. I wasn't able to get it all the way apart. So I just worked around it and worked this part up and down while I cleaned underneath all the different sections here. The handle, which had a lot of bangs on it and dings on it, I guess, from hammering on it, which this side here, this is the side that was banged so bad. That's the back side. Looked like they had it on something and banged and banged and banged on it, and they succeeded in putting a lot of dings here and succeeded in cracking the housing here. It's got IE on it. One of my other wrenches has an IE on it. I think IE or a 1E. I'm not too sure which it is. But I don't know only two of them, and I'll bring them all out and show them to you. But the design on it was interesting with the looped handle, and gives a decent grip, although it's still a little wimpy, not like a solid one, but that rounded, more open handle gives it a little better grip and feel. International Harvester made these. I couldn't come up with the dates when they made them. Evidently they went along with their equipment, or maybe they sold them separately. I'm not too sure which. But it came out nice. The satin finish on it, I think, looks good. I did that because the other wrenches in the collection have got that finish, and I wanted to duplicate that so they all look consistent. And it was my best guess of what the wrench looked like when it was new. So there's my restoration of the International Harvester wrench. If you'll stay tuned, I'm going to bring out the whole collection and show you the different wrenches that I found, which seemed to complete the collection of monkey wrenches that they made. Well, here is my International Harvester monkey wrench collection. You can see the side, they're all the same size, why they made so many variations. I don't know. This is the first one I collected. It's the only one that has that real distinct heavy lettering to identify it here. And the rest have a logo on them or, very small markings. But this one is extremely heavy. Heaviest of all of them. A lot of meat on it here. This is one I collected, and my thoughts on this wrench is the handle is so small, it just feels puny. I don't know why they made this. This doesn't feel good in hand. It's hard to get a really good grip on this. I don't know why they made this design, but they did, and which was a complete different mechanism from this one. And later on, it looks like they might have made this to give a little more meat to the handle. They took this design, put it on this tool, and came up with what now feels like a better handle. In fact, I tried, as I mentioned before, I tried to narrow this down and slide this piece off to so I could get in here and clean better. And but this was really solid. I didn't want to keep working on it. I didn't want to overheat it and then close it and then try to open it again. So I worked around it. But it does give it a better feel. And of course, this was just a complete difference from all of them. It's got the post coming all the way down to the bottom here. And the mechanism, towards the bottom too, where the rest of them were up near the top. And it gave a fancier design to it. But why they would make 4 different wrenches to do the same job in 4 different configurations, all the same size, I don't know. They did make a huge, vast amount of fixed wrenches. But these were the only adjustable ones I found, and so far there may be some others. If anybody knows, I'd like to know, but I haven't found any. And I was able finally now to get the 4th one where I can get the whole collection together. So there's my collection of International Harvester wrenches. I hope you enjoyed the video.